I think we need to put the home sale on pause.
All right, what are you talking about?
Our realtor said the market is cooling off.
No.
What is going on? The market is not cooling off. You got to look at the data. Hi, my name is Scott Reynolds. I'm the team leader of the Reynolds team here at Vero Beach with Compass. I'm very excited to talk about the May market report for 2024. This is for the Barrier Island, which is our beach side. And as usual, I'm dividing out the single family homes from the condos so that we can see the difference in between the two. So just kind of starting off with the amount of inventory, we're at 205 homes, which over the past 3 months we've been decreasing on the amount of inventory. However, a year ago we're up 39% from the same time last year. So the inventory has gone up year over year. On under contract, we have 50 homes that went under contract. That was a big increase. And it's also 22% more than the same time last year, which is basically when we have more inventory, we're going to have more sales unless for some reason the demand changed. But the demand has not changed in this category at all. On the solds, we're at 40 closed homes for the month of April, and that's 25% increase year over year. Again, tying in with the homes that go under contract. So then the next month, the pending sale or the closed sales are higher. So really, really strong marketplace for the single family homes. Values have been staying steady up, and we're not seeing anything for values coming down, but we're also not seeing them shoot up like they were. It's very, very steady, if anything, kind of flattening out, kind of just as we predicted. The other thing I wanted to go over is year to date. Well, actually, I want to go, I'm sorry. I have more data I want to share, but I'm going to go into the same rhythm I've been keeping here. So the price per square foot is at $594 per foot, and that was based on all the sales that happened in April. That's the closed sales. And sale price to list price ratio, and this is the original list price, and it's at 88%, which is down 3% from the same time last year. And the days on market has ticked up to 131 days, which is 47% more than the same time last year. And the median sales price on the beach side for single family homes was at $1.325 million. And for months of inventory based on the pending sales, that's how many homes are available to purchase, there's 4 months of inventory based on the current rate, which is 14% from the same time last year, which it's actually has come down quite a bit since the beginning of the year, because the beginning of the year, the sales were like a little bit slower. But March and April has been bananas. So that's kind of an overview of the market for the single family homes. I did pull some extra data just to compare through the same time, from January through April, basically the bulk of our what we call season, comparing 2023 to 2024, kind of how did we do so far? And it was remarkably close on the single family homes. There was 207 homes sold in 2024. And then in 2023, there were 209. So like 2 homes difference, which is obviously like 1%. But then we also look at, okay, well, did the values, did the added values change? And so $404 million versus $403 million, which is just up, less than 1%. So that right there shows you that it's very steady and flat. So comparing the 2 chunks of time, which is the season versus the season of 2023 versus 2024. The other thing that I pulled up was looking at year to date on the inventory that is listed but unsold. And so 52% of the inventory has had a price reduction, which kind of surprised me. I knew there was a lot of price reductions, but knowing that pretty much 1 in every 2 has been price reduced. And it's just the sellers maybe in the very beginning feeling a little bit more optimistic, or the agents, one of the two, feeling more optimistic, and then making adjustments to what the market is actually doing during the marketing time, which is what's costing about 130, 140 days of market time. And then 19% of the homes relisted. What that means is they went through their listing period with the original contract, and then one reason or another did not sell, and then they relisted. So 19% of all the inventory has been relisted. So that's just an interesting perspective. I would just say that as a seller, the closer you can get to the sales price, honestly, you end up netting more money, because it creates more buyer enthusiasm, and the negotiations go a little bit, you create the fear of loss. So just I thought that was some very interesting data, and I'm gonna have it posted in links in the description that I wanted to share. So on the, so that's with the single family home. So kind of going into the condo market on the beach side, we have 168 condos that are on the market, which is 140% from the same time last year. The inventory has just increased over time. Under contract, we were at 31 condos when under contract, which is 47% more than the same time last year. So the condo market is pretty hot. And on the solds, 25 condos closed, which is 9% increase. Then kind of dovetailing into going into the price per square foot, it's at $650 per square foot, and that's up 45% from the same time last year. And the sale price to original list price is at 91%, so a little bit tighter than the single family homes, and it's been kind of flat since the same time last year. Days on market, 128 days, and that's a 22% increase year over year. The sales price is, the median sales price is at $730, which is up 14% year over year. And months of inventory, because the inventory has grown, sales has grown too, but we have slightly more months of inventory, about 5.5 months of inventory, which is 63% year over year. Now, doing the same thing that I did with single family homes, kind of comparing the condo market of 2023 versus 2024 year to date, and a bunch of the numbers really kind of jumped out at me. In 2023, we had 151 closed condos, and in year to date, we've had 184. So that's 22% more sales. When you're comparing that to single family homes, single family homes was kind of flat. So it looks like some people are choosing to buy condos rather than paying the elevated prices in the beachside, homes. On the volume was a big difference. It was at 257 million year to date versus 108 million 2023 year to date. So that's a 136% increase. Keep in mind, there were some new condo project that closed here in town that had some pretty big prices that contributed to that volume. But in any event, the 2024 sales of condos has outpaced the single family homes in rate. So I think that's really positive news. And then on the price, I know it's a lot of data, but on price reductions, 42% of the inventory on the condos have reduced their prices, which is slightly less than the single family homes, and 9% of the inventory has relisted. So as you can see, the market for the beachside is super strong. It's been really, really consistent. So as a buyer, you can buy with confidence. Our barrier island is very, very special, and there's very, very little land to build on. And you're really buying into the lifestyle of the Vero Beach beachside market. If you're selling, then you can see that there's strong demand. The one thing that I'm trying to caution sellers is taking a really harder look on the comparable sales and how you compare on the competition that's active and under contract and sold, and see how you compare. And no two home is the same, so you really have to look at the location, the updating, and kind of stay. I always like trying to keep Central Beach to Central Beach, South Island to South Island, North Island to North Island, rather than looking at the whole island. So I could always go through that and explain that, but if you take a long enough look at the data, you can really come up with a solid pricing strategy that I promise you, you'll end up netting more money. I know, sometimes sellers are a little scared to like really show what they'll sell it for or anywhere close to it. That sometimes it's, internally, sometimes we call it the journey. But if you kind of skip the journey, it really creates that buyer enthusiasm, and it sometimes can be pretty competitive, which nets you more money. So if you would ever like to talk about selling your home, or if you're moving to the area and you would like to get some great advice, don't hesitate to reach out. All of my information is below, and I'm looking forward to updating you guys for next month's report. Thank you.